Welcome to Off the Top tonight. I don't care to give an intro. So I'm with Scals and Jamie, and we're gonna talk what the fuck just happened.
Boo.
I
Boo.
I really don't even know what to say. It was
Man, I don't even have an. You know it's bad. I don't even have an intro, and I'm the most energetic person to start this shit. Holy fuck, am I annoyed with this shit? What in the hell is happening? We had a big sale happen today. We should have had the highest of highs tonight, coming off Mania weekend, and oh my fuck, it was probably a snooze fest right from the beginning.
from coming from me, which I'm probably their biggest defender. I don't even know what the fuck that was. Like, I was bored. I wanted to go to sleep, but I knew I had things I had to do, so I couldn't. But holy hell. Holy hell.
I, I said it right. I said it to Nate not too long ago, who should be joining us here shortly, guys. He is coming. It felt like a house show vibe, not even a fucking televised anything.
It was.
I don't. Oh, go ahead.
It was WCW Nitro, like circa 2000.
No. WCW Nitro was
But
actually
worse.
good.
Like circa
It had
2000.
some. It had some. What's that show on Fridays that nobody cares to watch? Oh, Rampage, isn't it?
Rampage.
Yep.
Yeah. Got him Rampage vibes tonight.
Dude, that was worse than like AEW Dark Elevation.
I don't know who booked it. I know we're gonna probably talk shit about it over the night. You can say Vince, you can say Triple H, you can say whoever the fuck you want. I don't care
think
who
they're
booked it. They're fucking
Both
dumb.
capable of doing bad shows.
Like I am not apologizing for the language you're about to hear in this episode because we don't give a fuck at this point.
We don't give a fuck about no bitch. We don't give a fuck about no
Like,
bitch.
I just don't know how in good conscience you can put on a show like that. Your biggest surprise is Matt fucking Riddle. Go away.
He should be more released than returned. Like, let him go back to doing blow and banging hookers. You know, the dude don't even care about his kids, and that's your surprise. Not even Randy Orton, not Jay White, not even
Hey,
someone.
listen,
from
I'm not defending Mr. Mr. Riddle here, but let's not bring his kids into this. This is not the type of show for that.
No, it's not.
I know. I don't know, man. Like, the only thing I actually did enjoy, if you will, I guess, and I mean, it wasn't really that much to appeal to the imagination, is probably the fact that we all seen, or at least I seen, Brock attacking Cody. Like, it made no sense from the beginning, and now you know why. And if you didn't see that coming, I'm sorry, but you live under a rock. Brock does not work with anybody in that sense of a tag team.
Well, it's not even that. It's just like, why was everything rewritten multiple times? Like,
Allegedly. We don't have actual confirmation
No,
on this, but this seemed that way.
Shadow, I saw the rundown before the show. I know what was supposed to be on there.
Yeah.
There's matches that were cut, like changed. There was no tag match for women's. There was 2 triple threats for number 1 contenderships for each belt. Like, there was a lot of wrestling planned for tonight, and we didn't get it.
It got leaked, and then they totally scrapped and changed it
It's
all.
not that it got leaked. It gets put out there every week. But for some reason, because of everything that happened today, now they decide to go back to the way Vince was doing things, and there's constant changes throughout the show. Like,
It definitely had a Vince vibe to it tonight, and I'm not going to defend it. But I disagree with you. I don't think Vince did it. It just was a Vince vibe.
Kane, Brock has not wrestled a match on Monday Night Raw since 2002. There's no
And he
way
still hasn't.
There's no way his first match on Raw would have been a tag match. You had to known that shit was going to happen. I just thought that Brock would do it, and then the Bloodline would just beat up on him. I didn't think it would go the way that it did.
And you really think Lesnar's gonna wrestle on a Monday?
Yeah, you're just asking for a bad time there. I don't know. Like, realistically, guys, if we're being honest with each other here, I can't say in good conscience that I can back WWE after this decision tonight. Like I will, like in the long term. But right now, they don't have my support at least for the next 2 weeks. Like this is
It's too fresh.
I have to see what happens Friday night before I can make that decision.
It's a fresh wound. It hurts.
Because
it's not as ruined as Finn Balor's head.
Because after the high that we all had from WrestleMania this weekend, to come to that, it's a slap in the face to all wrestling fans.
Dude.
Yeah, casual and hardcore.
I don't know about you two guys, but I was definitely ready to hop on here tonight, all kumbaya, sitting there talking about all the good stuff we were going to talk about, instead of just coming in here and just shitting on it like we are tonight. Just a total change in the last 24 hours of how we...
Last 24 hours?
Last three. Last 3 hours. I'm saying it's totally different from how we're reviewing. Yeah.
I mean, we had this conversation earlier, Jamie. I said, let's see how tonight pans out. Because, I mean, I didn't expect this, but I at least expected some disappointment.
But
this just blew out my expectations,
Yeah.
And not in a good way either.
Like, it's just... How do you not have anybody call up from NXT? Like, how do you not do that?
Like, I would have been happy with even Braun Breaker at this point. Like, nothing happened.
I don't understand how you have Rey Mysterio show up on Raw. It just, to me, I mean, fuck, Bad Bunny got a better pop than half the fucking superstars that came down the ramp tonight.
Exactly.
I'm curious to see if what they said his injury was true or not. And you notice you notice Corey Graves said local medical facility again instead of hospital?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tells you right there who's back.
I'm not on that train yet. I refuse to be on that train just yet. It was very, like I said, it's very Vince-esque. This for certain.
I hope we see some debuts on Friday, Ben. I think Braun should have been called up. He should have been the one to tag team with Cody. I think that would have been a great way to debut him. Even though he's been on Raw before, when he beat Dolph for the title, but still,
it's kind of hard to see debuts on a Friday night like that, though, when it's a 2-hour show compared to a 3-hour show.
Yeah, but
I feel like you kill your momentum waiting till Friday to have anybody debut.
I think it kills your momentum doing what you did tonight, shit in the bed after a good WrestleMania.
Like Ben said, SmackDown is the A show.
I mean, I don't know. I don't disagree, but I don't know how you can logically.
That was Kane that said that. My bad, Kane.
But Raw is your
your flagship.
Your flagship.
Like, it's your show.
30+ years.
Nah, I get it.
Okay, let's just stop talking about the company aspect of this right now. What about the fans? It was super fucking dead. Like, that's not a Raw crowd after Mania, in my opinion. Like, it wasn't hyped. It wasn't ready to go. There was no chance. To me, that wasn't the crowd. That wasn't it. Maybe that's just me looking into it a little bit much, but guys, I don't think I can say that was a Raw after Mania crowd.
They started off hot, and then immediately went real quick. They went from
you had Omos, like,
real quick.
Why was Omos out there? Like, give him off the card, like.
Like, I think Omos being out there would have been fine if the match was 10 seconds instead of 45.
Right. Oh, fuck. All right. So, Raw was a complete shit show, right? Right. So, night 2, we were going to do a live last night. We ultimately decided against it. Scowls was too mad. So,
whoa, first off, I had the two of you telling me that you'd rather just go troll people everywhere instead of doing the show.
Hey, listen, the IWC need to be trolled last night, and I just did that. All right.
It wasn't just the
I'm
IWC.
I'm an equal opportunist. All right. I gotta
I'm
troll
not.
everybody.
Cam, you want to jump in on here and too give us your feelings?
Yes, Cam, please. Tonight we could
Um,
definitely use your opinion on this, man. You're more than welcome. Jump on in.
Brother Cam.
We're not really doing a review, man. We're just shooting. We're just shooting from the hip, if you will. Yeah.
It's just, man.
It,
Just hot garbage.
I don't know. I don't know. I gotta keep repeating myself, and I'm sorry, but like, I don't know where you go from Monday. You have to have the highest of highs on Friday. You have to. If you don't, you're about to lose all momentum you just built up in the last 3 months.
I mean, to be fair, Shadow, we can't get much lower than this.
I don't know. It's the WWE. They can do it. If it's anyone, it's them.
WWE put
I don't
on
know.
Twitter, hashtag Raw after Mania reactions. JD from New York. Vince McMahon needs to be fired. Like.
He definitely is not wrong on that. I don't. Did Cam ever answer? I don't know if Cam's coming on. But
Him with his freaking mustache trying to look like Walt Disney.
Now I can't unsee that. Thanks.
And he didn't even sell to the mouse. Oh boy, welcome to WrestleMania!
Well, technically, with them being fed with Fox, they are with Disney, so.
I thought it was ESPN that they owned.
Same
not
thing.
Fox.
in a weird
Fox
way,
o-
it all.
Fox owns
There's a monopoly.
Disney. Disney owns almost everything.
Because it's the New World Order.
Who would have thought Disney would hold everything? Jesus. Okay.
It looks like Vince is the freaking reincarnation of Walt, though.
Hmm. What up, Cam? I'm joining us late here. Cam,
He's
give us
gonna
your thoughts.
sizzle the bacon.
Boy.
Don't hold back. Do not hold back. Feel free to speak how you want to speak tonight.
It was complete and utter dog shit. This is why I don't watch Raw. Like, it just disappoints me every time I watch it. It was so bad. It just, nothing made sense. It was just like they were just throwing shit at the wall and just seeing what stuck, and it just wasn't working.
To be fair, this is not how Raw has been. Raw has been
Decent.
is decent. It's been watchable. Tonight, not at all. And I was so invested because I figured something good was going to happen, and then nothing happened.
You just undid everything Triple H has done in the last 7 months in 3 hours.
And that's why Brock did what he did at the end.
Which I called, by the way, because I was texting one of my buddies that I watched Mania Night 1 and Night 2 with, and he texted me. He's like, "Are you watching Raw After Mania right now?" And I was like, "No, I'm not." And I was like, "I'm gonna turn it on or whatever." So I turned it on, and then soon after that, it was that segment between Roman and Cody or whatever. And I'm texting him as I'm watching it. I'm like, "This is pointless. Like I don't see us going anywhere." And then Brock comes out. And then, because he had called Brock coming out or whatever to team with Cody for this tag team match, and then I was like, Brock's gonna turn on Cody. I'm calling it right now. And then he was like, oh no way. And I was like, oh, don't doubt me. Don't ever doubt me, because trust me, I see it happening. Main event happens, never starts. Brock turns on Cody. Called it.
Man, I hope it gets better because I had plans on going to the Little Rock show, but I don't know now.
Do you have tickets already?
No, I'm not that stupid.
I mean, a couple hours before the show here, I was talking with Scowls, and I said, "Man, we gotta go to Mania 40." I'm not even sure I want to go to fucking anything this year, let alone next year. Holy fuck!
I saw the commercial for SmackDown in July. I was like, this might actually be worth going to. Wrong.
Looks like y'all be seeing me at AEW next time they go to St. Louis or something.
Hey, the next big event from this guy right here is Forbidden Door. And I'm looking forward to it. Now, we talk about Raw. Cam shit all over Vince's chest. He don't give a fuck. He's sizzling that shit right on his chest. We love to see it. But like last night, to everybody that's crying about Cody Rhodes, who's crying about Roman, shut the fuck up. We all knew it was gonna happen. It doesn't matter which way you go with this. You're a Cody fan, you're a Roman fan, you're a part-time fan, you're a full-time fan. It doesn't matter. You're stupid in the sense of thinking that your fantasy booking was going to be the outcome. I'm not saying either outcome because I respect both sides' opinions, but here at Off the Top, we acknowledge our tribal chief. All right?
Yes,
And
sir.
he won. And everybody crying into the stands, oh, Cody should have won. I'm a Cody fan, but no, he shouldn't have.
I mean, it's just after tonight, it's like, fuck. Why didn't they just have him win? Like after going through tonight, coming out of
lame,
last night, it made sense because they're like, oh, and then you had the press conference. Triple H is like, oh, there's still so much more to be told in the story, and then we get
Right.
this. So it's like, fuck. They should have just had him win.
I
like-
appreciated Triple H saying that because it made me feel better about the outcome. Now, I'm not one of these IWC, goofballs that are just, whining and crying about
Hold on.
Cody.
In this sense, would you dare to say Marks in this sense, just for this conversation?
I almost did. I was like, I hate that word so much.
I love
But-
that word.
Yeah, I guess you could say marks. Yes, you can say mark. I'll give myself a pass on saying it this just one time. But yeah, these IWC marks that are just crying about Cody not winning the match, or whatever. Now, I'm not one of those. I just felt like that was like the perfect time to have it happen. The crowd was into it. And it just built up the story perfectly. So I appreciated Triple H saying, well, there's more to tell. So I was like, okay, I understand what you're saying, but I still don't think that was the move. Then tonight it was like, okay, maybe we'll get something tonight, and it just turned out to be now what are we getting at Backlash? Cody versus Brock? Where's this going? Now we're just getting further and further away from Roman now. So I don't know whether.
To touch on what you just said, I read something last night while I was trolling the interwebs with my tribal chief bullshit. That the original match at Mania was supposed to be Cody versus Cena, and it up until Vince was forcefully removed for his perverted ways. I won't say it any differently because that's the truth and that's just how it is.
Right.
It was supposed to be Cody versus Cena. Cody was never supposed to be in the title picture. Triple H put him in the title picture before he got hurt, granted. And the outcome was decided about SummerSlam last year that even Cody wasn't winning. And it didn't matter whether the injury happened or not. It just, you can't do it. You're on the cusp. I'm not a big Roman fan, but I'm not a Roman fan, right? I appreciate what he's doing. But you need a modern era champion to touch something that stood the test of time, aka Hulk Hogan, Pedro Morales. You won't touch Bruno, nobody will. And if they do, fuck me, I'm done watching.
So, in order for that to happen, it would have to be, 9 years?
8, 7?
Let's see how much.
7 or 8.
Let me look.
It would be 7 to tie it, 8 to break it.
Yeah. Stupid amount of time, and I'm not trying to sit here for that long.
No.
With the same champion, no, thank you.
No. And like I said, and I agree with what you're saying or whatever, because I'm not necessarily turning on Roman and being like, oh, I don't like Roman anymore, because I'm a Roman fan too. It's just I just don't want them to build up this incredible story, this history breaking title reign from Roman that they've been building so far. And then, whoever beats Roman just doesn't make any sense, because it's just like, what's the payoff in that? Like, you know what I mean? So it's got to be the perfect person. It's got to be the perfect time.
I swear to God, Scouts, if you say Braun Breaker, I'm gonna come to your house and punch you in the nose. Um, like,
I mean, I am not. I'm
no,
not. Hold
no.
on. No. If for some reason that it does happen in next year Mania, I'm not gonna say it, but I would have told you so last year because I called it at WrestleMania 40 is when Roman's losing, and it should be to somebody that needs to get the rub into superstardom. And if they
Cora
get,
Jade already gives him the rub as it is, so leave it alone.
Wow. Okay.
if he
That's a great
does
hug.
it there, I would have called this a year and a half ago.
I just think your opinion on that of being Breaker is wrong. Just how that goes. But
I mean,
I,
you got the,
I think it will. I think it will eventually be Braun. But will Braun be the one to beat Roman? No, not at all.
And for everybody saying, "Oh, Jey Uso,"
no.
I understand the opinion, but no.
See, but that makes sense storyline wise.
Yeah, but
You know what
Yes,
else makes
they
sense
showed-
storyline wise?
they
Bray
showed me,
Wyatt, but we're not doing that.
they showed me tonight they don't give a damn about their stories.
No, they don't.
We also have the Bray Wyatt theory that makes sense, but you don't do that. You just don't. And y'all know, Scal's included, he's a big Bray fan, but come on. It's time to wake up. If we're back into the... I can't.
The McMahon era? Is that what you're gonna say?
I can't say it.
Yeah, we are. He's back. So
I just can't say it.
tonight proved that.
So, I don't know if he's back or if tonight was just like a last hurrah for him.
It surely feels like he's back.
No, I 100% agree tonight was him. But was it just like a last hurrah, like a fuck you to everybody? Because Brock
Probably.
did give the figure to everybody at the end. He flipped the double birds, and they caught it on TV before they turned away real quick, realizing what he was doing.
That's the thing that catches me a little bit, because Vince has been so prominent on the PG shit. That's not PG. So that very could be the whole, I'm leaving, but fuck you, your boy just got crushed.
Dude, I don't know why, but I just Hunter is not innocent either.
In regards to what Cotton just said in the chat, Brock's contract was up at WrestleMania, I believe. So if he was going to stay, he would have had to sign another year. So it could be Brock saying, I'm out.
Yeah, but then why do that on your way out?
Why
That's
do half the shit Brock has done within WWE? He can't be controlled. How many times has he gone off script?
Yeah, but the thing is,
Brock does whatever he wants to do.
but what's your payoff for that?
But
There
is
isn't.
any of you gonna fuck with the alpha male of our species? Because I'm not.
I'm not, but like
Oh.
that puts the company in a very position.
Yeah, but you know what else puts the company in a really shitty position? Roman Reigns champion for 946 days. But we're still here. We're still doing it.
I mean, yes, with both the titles. Yeah, absolutely.
Listen, I said it last night on the live, and I jokingly said it, but now I'm starting to really believe it at this point. Is maybe Cody's getting punished. We all got excited that he got his AEW look and all that bullshit. Maybe he's getting punished for his cheap shots at WWE now.
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it.
You know, I said it jokingly last night, but
They're gonna make
I'm
him
having
wait
a
as
hard
long as
time
they can.
digesting that now.
How long before the blonde hair disappears and we see dashing Cody Rhodes again or Stardust?
Nah, by then he'll just go to fucking TNA and he'll be called, what did I say last night? Star Road. He'll be Star
Jesus
Road by then. He'll
All
be all
right.
right.
Well, Impact does need a world champion.
Oh God.
After the Raw went off the air, Cody was refusing to go out on the stretcher.
Shocking.
I'm watching
Next.
it. I'm watching it right now. Somebody was recording and posted it.
You know what the worst part is? WWE, not that I agree with anything Meltzer says, but WWE finally gets the acknowledgement from Meltzer, and then they just go and do shit like this. Like, make it make sense, please, somewhere.
Mr. McMahon.
Maybe this is why they did it. Maybe this is why they did it, just to get us talking. Because if they would have gave us everything that we wanted out of this Raw, it would have, everybody's happy and whatever else.
I just
So
love it
they're
how
just creating controversy.
What does Eric Bischoff always say? Controversy
creates
makes cash.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's what they're doing.
Maybe we're completely wrong. I don't know.
I hope
But right now, I'm a pissed off wrestling fan. All right, I'm a pissed off wrestling fan. I don't give a fuck about anybody's feelings.
Wait, aren't these the type of people we were trolling last night?
No, this is a little different because we're agreeing with them, but we're also shitting on them at the same time.
Oh, that's right.
Because Cody didn't win. Shut the fuck up and deep throat a bottle or something.
Wow.
Sounds like a good time.
Dude, I'm just I'm just tired of the IWC running the universe, thinking they know what's best without digesting what a storyline is.
No. They think they run the universe. They don't actually run the universe.
That's what I meant. Apologies.
I called this shit earlier tonight too. Sorry, I'm talking about the basketball championship game.
Hey, UConn was
NCAA?
Yeah,
the one that
UConn
I don't give a fuck
destroyed.
about that either. Shut up.
UConn destroyed them. I told my coworker today. I said it's not even going to be close. I probably should have turned that on
You
instead
wanna-
of Raw.
You want to talk something about NCAA? Let's talk about NCAA for a second. I don't understand any of this shit, nor do I care to. But I came across something. This chick from wherever against UCLA, I think it was, or LSU.
LSU.
Last
Oh,
night.
Oh, the Caitlin Clark.
Why is it okay? Why is it okay for this Caitlyn girl to go, you can't see me, but the girl from LSU does it, and suddenly it's a fucking issue? Stop that.
Just being
Because she's black. Let's be real. I hate
black.
being that way. But let's be real. If it was a white chick, fine, no problem. But because she was black, she was criticized for it. Fuck
Exactly. Because Caitlin Clark was doing the same shit and not getting criticized for it. She was actually being praised by all these outlets and ESPN and everything like that, saying, "Oh, she's got that dog in her. She's blah 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 blah." But when
Cam, I didn't mean to say it like that, Cam. But please tell me I'm
No.
wrong here.
So
No, you're not wrong at all.
I think it's more the fact of it wasn't the "you can't see me" that got people talking. It was her directing her, pointing right at her finger, saying, "I'm getting a ring in her face." I think that's what people are more upset about.
How many times do you see that in actual professional sports,
Yeah,
bro?
but it's like you're in college, like.
Well, college is pretty much professional sports nowadays with NIL and all that. There's,
Yeah, but only if they have one of those. But if you're not, you're still just a student.
those two girls got it.
Those 2 girls got it.
They're playing they're playing checkers, not chess at this point, Scals. Come on.
I'm just saying. I think that's what that's what it was more about, with the fact, not with the "you can't see me," but it was her pointing at her
everything.
finger.
Everything I've seen has been the "you can't see me" bullshit. Nothing about the ring thing. Because Caitlyn didn't do that, and that's what everybody's criticized from what I've read. Obviously, we all have different Twitter feeds, but from what I read, it was about the "you can't see me" movement, which is fucking retarded. Like, let the kids have fun. Whether or not it was the I'm running the ring or whatever it is, who cares? They're kids. They're enjoying themselves. They're at the highest level of their sport right now.
All I gotta say to that is,
You know why it matters anyways. Do you not know how much trash they probably talk on the court anyways during the game? They probably say way worse stuff during the game anyways.
oh yeah, just imagine the stuff the camera don't pick up. Way worse. And with that being said, I wish my Twitter feed was more like the Canadian in here. But anyways,
No, you don't. Because realistically, my Twitter, every third, fourth post is some kind of shit posting porn. I don't know why.
well, at least it ain't no American political bullshit.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's
but-
not poutine and mooses.
Can you say Putin? properly, and meese. Thank you. Kabalakalis.
He's getting angry, eh?
Oh, why don't you all come down to Ducky here and have your stay? Shut the fuck up, Jamie. Sitting here causing some bullshit.
I
But
love
back
it.
to night 2 of Mania. That it was very underwhelming to me. I don't care. I love Edge, and I said this. I don't know why you got Edge over Balor there. Kudos to Balor for finishing the match after an absolute brutal ladder shot. I believe they called an audible somewhere in that match for that finish, though, because that was gross.
Yeah, that match it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be, but it was still decent for what it was. Glad we got to see Demon Balor back. The paint he had on was amazing looking. So it was decent for what it was. I lost a little bit of respect for Edge after that ladder spot or whatever. I just feel like it was carelessness on his part to just chuck a ladder at a dude's head that he wasn't ready to catch. So that was kind of stupid on his part.
Right.
But but Balor, like you were saying, like Balor's a trooper though. They got him all fixed up and he finished the match strong or whatever. I don't know why everybody's saying like Balor always buried and all. I don't know about all that, but this is Edge's send off. I don't mind him winning, so
That's everybody's favorite word. You know that.
yeah, obviously, yeah.
But
Misusing
No, I'm
it.
not saying by any means that Balor is buried, because it's not. Like I just said, I believe there was an audible call to that match. I believe Finn was supposed to win, but I don't think Finn really started to know where he was after a little while. You've
Right.
seen that gash. There's no way he knew where the fuck he was half that match.
the medical team legit stapled his head in the ring.
Under a minute, so kudos to them.
So
They
he can,
numbed it
because
and
he
stapled
wanted
it
to still
down.
wrestle.
Right. But also, as Laura pointed out to me last night, and I brushed it off at first, but thinking back, when the fuck did they add platforms to the inside of a Hell in a Cell?
I don't know.
Oh, on the side of the ring.
I brushed it off as a camera thing, but then you watch it back, the camera's not even attached to it.
No, that was something brand new that they just put in. So they probably put that in for his spot that he was going to do.
See,
Cool.
they've always had, it's always been kind of a struggle for them when they do cage matches or elimination chamber matches or cell matches, whatever, because
Right, because they need the proper angles.
right, that and I believe the chains and stuff like that of the structure of the cell gets kind of in the way and stuff of good shots or whatever. So I think it was something they were trying out, for Mania specifically. So that's why I think they put it in there.
I was very happy with the angles of the inside the cell last night. Like, it was good.
Right.
Minus Edge getting mad at like the camera. Get the fuck out! I don't know if you guys caught him swear. He's like, "Get the fuck out of my way!"
Yeah.
But like,
I will say it was a pleasing sight to see the cage steel again, and gray
You mean
as
gray?
opposed to
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad it wasn't red, for fuck's sake.
I understood the approach with the red because hell, red, fire, blah, blah, blah. But like, nah, get the fuck out of here. They should have retired it after the Fiend Rollins match, anyhow.
Well, they should have just retired the whole concept after that.
Yeah, well, pretty much.
Take it away for like 2 years, just so people forget.
I didn't
Just
like.
yeah.
I'm okay with Bianca remaining champion.
Oh no!
But
I'm not.
No, this is where we're all gonna have different opinions, and I fucking love what's about to happen. But I don't mind Bianca being champion, but holy fuck, you just deflated Asuka's momentum at all costs because
Bingo.
oh, she's 1 year. Fuck off.
Just because you got someone that looks good to all your sponsors.
Once her music hit and you saw those kids out there, I said, "Oh, she's not losing." I said, "This is gonna fucking change the entire thing. She's not losing now."
Nope.
And to throw in the fact that the little girl that did all that, having her mom pass away that morning, and she still got out there and do it.
I didn't know that.
Triple H.
Yeah.
Triple H said it in a press conference. She went out there, performed, still did all that after her mom passed away that morning. There was no way Bianca was losing that match.
No.
And that's
No.
not fair at all to Asuka, because Asuka was being built back up. She was ready. She would have been the perfect person to do it. And now, who can beat Bianca? Who?
So that little tidbit there that you just said, I didn't know about, but yeah, that just in you saying that absolutely solidified Bianca. This was an automatic W for Bianca. Now, I agree with Shadow. I don't
we didn't know that
mind
until
Bianca.
I didn't know that until the press conference. But once they had the kids dancing, I knew she was winning regardless.
I don't mind. I don't mind her being champion. Like what Shadow said, I agree with that. But why would you build up Asuka the way you have built her up? She's been reinvented, if you will, in that women's division. And then I'm thinking, okay, I think she's gonna win. And then, like I said, same thing Scout said. So when she comes out with the kids or whatever, I'm just like, I don't think she's losing. I really don't. And so the outcome of that, and even I think even Shadow had said it on TikTok Live last night, and he was saying, Asuka pretty much at one point towards the end of that match, Asuka pretty much had Bianca beat essentially, and then all of a sudden it was just like I don't know, Bianca just hit like
Super Cena.
Oh, you mean Bianca?
She just hit-
You mean Bianca Cena showed up?
she just hit like Super Saiyan 2, and then all of a sudden KOD 1 2 3. It's like what?
And I also did say last night, and I've seen it a couple times back now, and I'm still very confident that Mist was supposed to hit her.
Maybe.
Maybe not. Maybe I'm just overviewing it. But
Yeah, but I don't know if she hit the miss, there was no way she was going to lose. There's no way she was going to win then, because I don't think.
No, because it's Super Cena. You could have had a power out of it still.
Well, yeah,
blinded. But
It
I
ruined
still-
Asuka even more.
Bianca Cena showing up.
See, I will say this, and y'all can give me shit, but Asuka was buried last night. Officially.
Well, did you see her tweet today?
Last night, you mean? Yes. The one
No,
where
no.
she said, maybe I'll go back to Japan?
Was that last night or was that today? I thought that was
Yeah, it was
today.
last night, like right after Mania. It was early this morning, if anything, but it wasn't.
No, it was right after. I might as well go back to Japan. But I bet a lot of you guys, my friends, will miss me when I leave WWE. Now we need the power of your anger. Let's bring chaos to the boring women's division with me. And guess what?
She said that?
Yeah.
She literally said that.
Let's bring
Whoa.
chaos to the women's division. Let's bring chaos to WWE. And
So that's why I said, in the tournament, I know you both hate it, but she was buried.
Absolutely.
I can't disagree with that. I really can't. Like, what's left for Asuka? Nothing.
And it was.
No,
It
and
has a
it's
picture of
unfortunate
her.
because she's a great superstar.
It has a picture of her, and she like scribbled over the picture.
They fucked up Kana coming back massively by repeatedly calling her Asuka, because that's not what she is in that transformation of herself. That is
Fact.
Kana, not Asuka. And repeating it. Fuck, you just watered down arguably one of the best NJPW wrestlers of all time.
Yeah.
And all for what? Bianca carrying the belt for an extra few months? Because no one's obviously going to beat her. She's entering Roman Reigns status in the women's division, and I don't like that.
Stop. Don't say
Not
that.
as long, but the same status tier.
Right.
Because really, who's left? You had fucking Rhea come out. Oh, I'm going to challenge you someday. Then shut up and just do it now.
That I don't want to see because Bianca's not losing that either, and she's going to be a
unify the
female Roman. She's going to be female Roman, and I don't want to see that.
Maybe
Right,
that's
right.
the way they have to do it, because they booked themselves in such a corner, because there's literally no one else for Bianca to challenge
Right.
or to challenge Bianca.
This would be
I don't
what?
know.
Would that be what? 16 for Charlotte? 15?
15. Well, technically 17, because they took a couple reigns away.
Well, they don't.
Oh,
No, they don't count
do it.
NXT.
Which
That's
is
why.
fucking dumb. It's still...
That is pretty dumb.
You count. Hang on. Now there's my problem. You count Paige's, aka
Right.
Soraya's, but you don't count Charlotte's because she's closing in on an all-time.
It's probably because
father's
after
record?
they did all the stuff on it, they didn't want it back. So it's like, oh yeah, you keep this and count it.
For those who don't know, Brad Maddox came all over the women's division title in NXT. It was a great sex tape, but
Definitely put it over.
realistically, the amount of women that kissed that belt after everybody found out what happened, makes it
Should have won an
funnier.
AVN award, you know.
Oh man.
This episode is just gonna be called No Holds Barred because we're everywhere with this. Something WWE won't do. But night 2 was just mediocre to me. I did not. Maybe it was the lie. I felt like more should have happened, and rightfully so. In our predictions, we said the women's Fatal 4 was going to be boring. It was. Yes, I understand they called it audible because Shayna got hurt, but holy fuck, whoever produced that needs to get something else to do with their lives.
Tyson Kidd.
That was a train wreck of a match.
If Tyson produced that, I feel so bad for him. Because that was, it was too... Also, they need to move away from this whole, you need to tag it. Like Scals had alluded to before, make it a tornado tag match. There is...
When you sorry to cut you off, but when you have that many people in a tag match, you need to just make it a tornado tag. Because
Right, and that's the way it should be.
we as the viewers are not trying to keep up with who's legal and who's not. That's dumb.
Yeah.
Like
Well, I mean, if they did actual tag team wrestling the way that tag team wrestling should be, then it'd be a lot easier.
Arguably one of the greatest tag team matches of all time, and I keep going back to this, WrestleMania 17, Edge, Christian, Hardy's, Dudley's. That was a triple threat. Everybody was involved. There was no bullshit of tag them in, tag them in. I understand it was a TLC, but the rules still apply once you go 3 and up. That it's just everybody in. You can have one in at a time for each team, but you don't need to be... Because by logic, why can't Shayna just tag in Ronda and get the 1, 2, 3?
right.
Or, you know what I mean? Like, throw the opponent into the corner, Ronda tags in. Now you have both Ronda and Shayna as technically the legal people. What's saying that they can't just go 1, 2, 3, match over, I win?
It's an archaic format for a multi-person tag match. Just get rid of the tagging in and tagging out. Stupid.
Right. A traditional tag team, sure, makes sense. Anything 3 teams and up, no. You need to just... Everybody needs... One member of each team needs to be in that ring.
Right.
What else do we have there? Omos Brock was stupid as fuck, and I love Brock. See, that's how bad it is, man. Like, you can't... There's nothing memorable other than the finish.
Right.
It's memorable in a bad way. Well, depending how you look at it. Bad way or good way, but it's memorable. What other... Oh, fuck. Tribute to Shane McMahon here, blowing out his quads like his dad. Like, that was great. What a waste of... What was it? $75,000 to have him up here?
For what?
Oh, for Shane to come out and do his thing. It was $75,000.
They paid him that to show up?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow. That's $75K down the toilet. All right.
I mean, you just flushed away probably arguably a couple million with tonight's episode.
To be fair, great audible by Snoop after that happened.
Oh, Snoop was great. But, like,
Nah,
you just wasted a whole bunch of money.
Yeah, they don't care about that.
Clearly.
They just got like $8 billion. They don't care about
Yeah, that's wild to me.
But
I don't know.
props to Snoop for doing that. That was quick thinking.
You know, here off the top, we cover mainly WWE, right? I think so. And it's hard after this episode of Raw to still want to back them. We're all going to be fans. Like, we're not saying we're going to stop watching because none of us are actually going to do that.
Right.
But realistically, guys, this is hard from a podcast standpoint to even try to make content out of this because we're with you. We're not going to sit there and defend what WWE is doing when it logically doesn't add up. Like, yes, typically Monday Night Raws, big surprises and big extravagant things after Mania. And that's what we're used to. And tonight was a huge letdown. And like I said before you had joined and before we started the pod, if you're waiting till Friday, you're killing your own momentum, especially with how Raw ended tonight. It doesn't make me want to tune in next week. Why? So Cody can come out and tell a sob story about how he got beat up by Brock?
He's
And
gonna
then
have
somehow
some
transfer his
promo.
dad into this? Like,
That makes him look
Promo.
weak.
to me, I'm not sold on where WWE is going right now. And with the amalgamation now with UFC being bought by Endeavor, and I think his name is Ariel, convincing Vince to stay.
Not convincing at all.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Vince
No,
said.
I think
No, I'm talking about on me.
No,
Right.
I know, but Vince was ready to walk away.
I doubt that.
No.
I know he said it, but
It's just.
I don't trust anything Vince says. I just don't.
I just don't know where you go from this because literally you have Brock basically 2012 all over again come out, shake hands, and then fucking destroy the guy. So it was Cena Brock now brought forward 10 years.
Right.
It's painful to be a fan right at this moment. I'm sure once we slept on it and maybe digested it a little bit more, we'll feel differently. Probably not, but
Nope.
right now it's hard to digest.
Not until Friday. I need to see what happens Friday before anything can change right now.
I'm not invested in watching Friday after tonight. I'm really not.
I just want everybody to understand, with Scal saying nope, he is probably arguably the biggest WWE dick rider I know. And for him to say no, that should tell you something. Respectfully, of course, Scal.
Yeah, I'm gonna respectfully shove it up your ass.
Listen, go eat something. Like a Snickers.
No, you needed the Snickers earlier tonight.
Was I wrong, though? Was I wrong? I said 3 hours ago, I guess 4 hours ago now, that this was going to be stupid. And even a guy who I'm always somewhat decently normal in the chat in there, Doug, says, why are you being so negative? He's never seen me like that. But, bro, I was shitting on it from the beginning.
Yeah, he said, since when are you all negative, Nancy?
I was shitting on WWE all night tonight. Like, this was stupid. It was a waste of my fucking time. I could have done many other things in that time.
Raw was terrible, but this here has been the highlight of my night. I'm glad I joined because this has been comedy gold. This is hilarious.
Well, I'm glad that we can entertain you and you can actually tell people how you feel without worrying about being blocked or deleted.
Right.
But
wait till
anyway.
the thumbnail comes out, dude.
But I also want to give a special shout out. I want to give a special shout out to last night's shenanigans with a lady on TikTok known as Kaylee telling me that Roman Reigns is going to miss almost every premium live event till next year, according to her, because he's going to film some movie. And let me tell you, she's right, guys. She's 100% right. Roman Reigns is about to go star in Marvel as the next Thanos, for fuck's sake. I forgot all about that. By God, that was the stupidest fucking conversation I've had all weekend. I lost
And
brain
you're
cells.
having this conversation right now.
I lost brain cells listening to that. I talk to my kids about the most offhanded stuff you can think about. And I talked to a 3-year-old that was more intelligent than that conversation.
Oh,
Yeah, and you talk to me every day.
Jeez.
Like, I am
That
not
was a
holding
rare
back.
form
I am
today.
throwing these punches. I don't care.
Shadow is in rare form today. Oh man.
If I hurt your feelings, good. Go fucking ride a cob of corn. I don't give a shit.
I'm like a dad, you know, like I'm disappointed. Okay,
Cotton in the
Yeah,
chat said, I mean,
not a cowboy
Roman
call.
snapped his fingers and Brock killed Cody. He might be Thanos.
I mean, he might be. We don't know. But I am done being heated about this. It is now 12 a.m.
Touche,
I have a
Cotton.
life to live
Touche.
tomorrow. Cam, do you have any closing comments you'd like to make?
No, all I want to say is this has been easily the most fun I've had on the podcast. And I always have fun, but this has been the most fun I've had on the podcast.
maybe this is what we needed as a podcast.
And this is what we need. I know it's definitely what I needed because I was about to have like an aneurysm because my head was really hurting. I was fuming after that Monday Night Raw. So, but yeah, love you guys. I'm glad I joined and I love off the top. So, yeah, it was good therapy, if you will.
It is. It's great. Me and Scals do this at least once a year. I mean, we did a State of WWE last year, and it was absolutely abominable what we did. Jamie, do you have any last closing comments you'd like to say?
I love you guys, and I hate you guys at the same time. That's my closing statement. All I gotta say is WWE, future endeavored, pal.
Scals, do you have anything last to say?
Man, I'm gonna do a shameless plug over here. If you're in the chat, if you're on the stream right now and you don't follow us, make sure you follow us before we sign off.
Be the
I mean,
last to
everybody
see
knows.
us for a little bit.
Everybody knows where to find us, so I'm not doing that whole outro tonight. I'm too pissed off to even care about that right now.
You've been hearing guest Sam all week.
Yeah, we've been here live for 7 days out of 8, man. You guys should know where to find us at this point in time. With that being said, if you're an IWC member and you're still crying, eat corn long ways because I don't care. And you'll catch us in a few weeks. I'm gonna say a few weeks because right now we need to digest this and not cover some content. So thank you. Goodbye. Eat a dick. I don't give a fuck. See you later.
Have a good night, guys.
Ah, good night.